Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, today I just wanna show to you guys how I pick my trade, how I trade, and show what I really do. Don't mind all these lines I draw here. I just use them to identify areas of liquidities. They're not my support, they're not my resistance, they're not on nothing of those sorts of nonsense. Okay. So I just use these lines to identify my area of sell side and buy side liquidity. Okay. So I talk about this EM session for forex and assets in New York time zone because my session is in New York time zone. Sorry, my time zone is in New York. You can see that's New York, and I kind of see this trade. I know trade giving me an idea to short this coin right now. I see it's taking out buy side liquidity and that's shown the module that it took out a high, break a specific low, and it broke with what? With FVG. That's lot of displacement, and that's always what I say you should be looking for. So this is the low that got broken. This is the low that got broken. Right. So what I'm looking for now is to trade, wait for price to come into that FVG, then I trade that. Right. So I'm going to outline the FVG here. I'm going to outline the FVG. This is the FVG on 5 minute. Towards price trade back into that FVG, I'll be selling short from there. Okay, I'm selling short from here. But I'm not going to use limit order. I'll use market order once price go there. I can take my profit at this FVG or at this low. But I'll just make it this FVG. Right. Okay, yeah, that's it. Uh, 37. Yeah, 74. Okay, so you can see I've done a lot of touching and added some lipsticks. Okay, so this is 4 minute time frame. This was 5 minutes. Remember, we've seen the module on the 5 minute. This is a simple entry module. I created a poll and I asked you guys if you want to learn the top-down analysis or other topics I mentioned them. You guys voted the majority voted for top-down analysis on this simple entry module. Okay, so this is 5 minutes, and we've seen price break a specific low after taking out buy side liquidity. You can see this liquidity here. Price took that out to break a specific low. This causing this large amount of displacement. Telling me that price is ready to go down. So I want price to come refill here before coming down. And this is kind of my area. This is my bull's eye. When I'm looking for price to refill. And if price should refill this zone without coming to trigger me here, I'm not taking this trade again. Price should refill this zone without coming to trigger me here. This caused by large amount of spooling. Price should do this, come tap here before going back there. I'm not taking this trade again. Okay, so let's wait for it. Okay guys, so this is what I'm talking about, right? So price have tapped into this FVG. This is my eagle's eye. uh, Tapped or almost tapped, something like that. One next thing you see is price running above, running back to refill that FVG as it was supposed to do before. But I'm not taking this trade again, so I'm just going to check Bitcoin. Okay, so this kind of a trade here on Bitcoin. Price 6 hour liquidity on the price 6 hour liquidity on the 830. taking out this low because I'm expecting price to go higher. So if price is going higher, I look for this specific time frame where price is supposed to take out a low, then push backward. So you can see this is exactly the module on 1 minute time frame. Exactly the module. I kind of noticed this early. That's why I like trading one particular pair. So this is the low price broke with displacement and FVG, and you can see price coming back to trade inside that FVG. As this price came back to trade inside that FVG and starts going long. So if I was supposed to pick a trade on if I was supposed to pick a trade on Bitcoin, this would be my long. Targeting this high, targeting this high here. Throw that to them. Targeting that high. So that will be my high, or this high, first high. And this is another re-entry. This is another re-entry on Bitcoin. This is just the module printing showing itself up and down. Remember, this happens almost every time, but you need to know the specific time and when you're looking for this particular module to come. Okay, so you can see price tapped into here. I can take half partials into here, like small risk. Price coming into here, take small risk, trading it above to the high. I just risk 1%. You know why I'm trading there? Because that's the FVG, and price kind of consolidating around that FVG for the re-entry, right? For the re-entry, that's the FVG, and I want the price to tap that and go higher. So buying with low risk right there. And all these things is the analysis I know I've already done them. Okay, I not just go about looking for place to short and long like I'm gambling. No, I already know what I was looking at, what I was looking for. I was paying attention to EUR and this accord. This left me, but it hasn't really gone far, so I'm entering with low risk. Okay, I'm entering with low risk here, and so this trade gets invalidated exactly at this point, and that's why I want to set my stop loss. Okay, so that's where this gets invalidated and my TP will be at the high. Okay, so this might take quite some time to reach there, but as per my plan, immediately after 2 hours and doesn't get there, I'm out of this trade. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let me set my take profit. Okay, so you can see that on Bitcoin, this kind of AM session works very well on that 830. You can see that 830 opening, but on Euro USD, it's better if you start from 7 o'clock. Okay, 7 o'clock New York session, right? So I'm expecting this to take my partials there, and I'll check on Euro USD, see what it's doing. Okay, so this is exactly what it's doing. It's tapped into that FVG, so it's supposed to come here and tap into this FVG, but since it's tapped into there, I'm not looking for this trade. I'm better off trading Bitcoin. Better off trading Bitcoin since Bitcoin has given me a very clear setup. So this is exactly how I trade. This is exactly what I do. Targeting first, my partials should be here. My partials should be at this high. Then my overall close should be at this second high. Okay. The overall partial should be at that support high. Let me check the 5 minutes. Don't mind all these lines. These lines are just for the orders. Let me remove that. Okay, so that's off. So this is my overall high where I'm looking for take profit, and this is the high I'm expecting price to reach. This is my daily draw or liquidity. I'm expecting price to take out this high, but this is where I'll take profit. Okay, so the market is kind of slow, and there's news by 10 p.m. New York time. I think so, yes, 10 p.m. New York time. There's news, and I'm expecting that news drive to be a long. Okay, I'm expecting that news drive to be what, a long. So this is already, that's 1 hour from now. Okay, that's 1 hour from now. And okay, it's not to 2 hours. 1 hour from now, my trade can still be on if it doesn't reach take profit. So I'm going to pause this video and let it play, show you the results in a bit. Okay, so sorry, I paused the video quite a bit. I went to join a class on um blockchain development. As some of you may know, I'm kind of into that right now. So you can see what happened right now. I made mention of 10 o'clock being, I think I made mention of that 10 o'clock New York time. There's an economic event which is going to cause a sudden rush of volatility. So let me just see this out. So you can almost see my order because my take hits take profit, my trade hits take profit. So you can see this. So this is one of the benefit of not using tight stop loss. You can see this trade would have been taken out. You can see this trade would have been taken out if I had used a tight stop loss using this trade. So you can see this trade would have been taken out. This was where I entered. If I used a tight stop loss like what most of you be doing, just or if I had break even. I don't really do all those break even shit and all that kind of stuff, you know. So this was where my stop loss is, and this was where my stop loss was because I knew that this was where my trade would be invalidated. Okay, so I was expecting my drawn liquidity here at this high. I made mention of that high. Let me align that. So this was the high. I made mention of this high before at the beginning of the video. You can go back and listen to it where I talked about this high, that I wanted price to take out that high, but this was where my take profit to be. And you can see price took out that high very fast with a week. And immediately price takes out a liquidity, like takes out any draw liquidity, what it does next is to start going opposite. Okay, it starts going opposite. So from now at this particular time, let me give you a hint. That's my daily draw liquidity. From now to the rest of the day, since I'm an intraday trader, I'm no more looking for longs. I'm no more looking for longs. I longed here because I wanted price to take out that. I would have simply put my take profit there, but I know I don't like staying too long in the trade. Okay, this trade only lasted for this trade only lasted for 39 minutes. 39 minutes, and I made about 40 something dollars from it. Okay, so that's how my trade is. That's how intraday. That's the sweetness about intraday. So making profits today, I made my own profit today. I don't know about you, but that's how I trade. Okay, that's how I trade. And I made mention of the 10 o'clock. This is it. 10 o'clock p.m. AM New York session where there will be sudden rush of volatility, and minutes before 10 o'clock you see price already took out that liquidity. And from here, if you are trading intraday and you're looking for longs for the rest of the day, you are jeopardizing your account. Whatever is happening here for the rest of the day is short. You are shorting for the rest of the day. That's how I kind of calibrate my charts, making it function with time and liquidity. Okay, let me show you today's economic event. Okay, so you can see today's economic events calendar. Since it was Bitcoin, we are only looking for US dollars news, right? We're only looking for USD news. Since it's Bitcoin, and US dollar news kind of is around 16 o'clock. That's my local time, and 10 a.m. That's 10 a.m. New York. time, New York time. So I know that minutes before this particular time, you can see it was just 5 minutes before this economic event. It was sudden rush of volatility in the market, and you can see that I'm already out from the trade. And already out. You can see price keep on pushing down further downwards. This is how price will keep going for the rest of the day. You are trading intraday. You can see I'm not bisecting lines between these, drawing trend lines or trying to look for other block between these to do this. I'm doing these are exactly it works, and these are it does on repeat every day. These are it does on repeat. Okay. These are those on repeat for me every single day. I look for a specific time where I trade. You can see this was the 8:30 New York session opening, which I talked about in the calibration of charts. And price took out the low here, the New York opening, 8:30 New York opening. You can see this here. So you can see price opened at New York 8:30 time in the morning. I talked about midnight, AM and PM. So any further thing I'm going to be doing now is waiting till PM session. That's after lunch. That's the no trade zone, 12 to 1 PM. So for now, I'm done trading till that time. So this was the last liquidity, the last low here, and I was expecting price to go up to where to this high. That's where I was expecting price to go, to that high. You can see my 1 hour. That was my 1 hour. That's my high on the 1 hour time frame. I'm expecting price to go up to that high. So whatever I'm doing there is on the 8:30. I'll be looking for liquidity to be taken on the bottom so that I can long. So when this trade took out liquidity here, gave me a displacement, broke a specific high, and I kind of missed this because I was looking at Euro USD at that moment. But it gave me a re-entry. You might not be familiar with this yet, but I know what I'm looking for. It's my strategy, it's my model, it's what I've spent time building and understanding. Okay, I know exactly what I'm looking for in this scenario. And price, this would have been my first entry. This right here and this zone. Let me label that. At this entry, you can see where price came back to the IVG. That would have been my first entry. Let me put that red so you can see. So you can see that would have been my first entry, but I kind of missed it. And you saw when I came to the charts, the price was already here. Price went far, and you can see this is the same thing that happened here. Broke this low. You can see this. Sorry, broke this high. You can see this high. Broke this high, caused a displacement, left an FVG here. Price traded back into the IVG. Did not really trade back into the IVG. Price pulled back, traded into this FVG. But I had to enter here because I know that price was going to that high, to that particular high, which is 16,916. I knew that price was going there, so I had to trade it, and I had to extend my stop loss to where my trade is invalidated. Using tight SL, using tight stop loss will not help you. Okay, will not help you. So this is just the trade for today. I'll be doing more of these trade reviews if you want me. Like you can get some hints on one of my trades or two. So that's that. Till now, okay. So for now, you can see price. If that I talked about this title, so if that price I reduce it, I would have taken out. So I have to extend it. I still made profit from it. Doesn't matter. And you can see what the news cost. This volatility. Because why? Out understanding what happens, like when price make this sudden rush, is kind of another way level of knowledge. You get, it's another level of knowledge. You need to understand these things. You need to know the specific low price takes. When price takes a liquidity, I may ask that in the community. Nobody can answer me. When price takes out a liquidity, what happens? It goes opposite. If it takes a buy side liquidity, it starts shorting. If it takes a sell side liquidity, it starts longing. So write that down on your notes and make sure you look for these things. Okay, so price took out this high I was talking about from the beginning of this video. You can play back to listen, and took my take profit, boom, and start rushing down because of this. So I wanted to get out before this economic event, and I knew it's either this news. I don't know where the news direction will be, but I knew that it's either that news will make price take out that liquidity. That's why I had to enter there, or to make price take my stop loss. But I knew that liquidity was supposed to be tackled. Yet I do most of these things many times when I draw lot of you I draw or outline some kind of zones on the chart, and I tell you in the community, watch out for these zones. I want price to tackle that zone. So these are the things I've spent time studying. I don't you say I'm not looking for that block or whatever. I'm just using liquidity and time. Liquidity and time. I know what specific low price wants to take and where it's drawn to. Okay, so if you want more of this video, like you want me to be releasing more of this video and you like to learn more in details, please subscribe, like the video, share, and ask any question you want in the comment section or in the community. I'll try my best to attend to them. And up next is what the community voted for, top down analysis based on the model. Okay, so until next time, be safe.